George Washington, the first President of the United States and the commander of the Continental Army during the Revolutionary War. John Adams signed the Alien and Sedition Acts, which became controversial for their impact on civil liberties. Thomas Jefferson, author of the Declaration of Independence, which outlined the principles of the United States. James Madison, one of the main authors of the U.S. Constitution and the Bill of Rights. James Monroe, known for the Monroe Doctrine, which declared non-interference by European powers in the Americas. John Quincy Adams, the only president who later served as a member of Congress. Andrew Jackson, known for his fight against the banking system and his defense of the rights of common people. Martin Van Buren became the first president born after the United States gained independence. William Henry Harrison had the shortest presidential term, died of pneumonia just 32 days after his inauguration. John Tyler, the first president to succeed to the office following the death of his predecessor. James K. Polk initiated the Mexican-American War and achieved significant territorial gains for the U.S. Zachary Taylor, became the second president to die while in office. Millard Fillmore signed the Compromise of 1850, aimed at resolving the conflict between the North and the South. Franklin Pierce led an expedition to Japan, opening up trade between the U.S. and Japan. James Buchanan, the last president before the start of the Civil War, which began shortly after his term. Abraham Lincoln, president during the Civil War, recognized as one of the greatest leaders of the United States. Andrew Johnson became the first president to be impeached by Congress. Ulysses S. Grant, a Union general during the Civil War and president during the Reconstruction era. Rutherford B. Hayes implemented civil service reforms and fought against corruption. James A. Garfield, assassinated only 200 days into his presidency, becoming the second president to be killed by an assassin. Chester A. Arthur reformed the civil service by passing the Pendleton Civil Service Reform Act. Grover Cleveland, the only president to serve 2 non-consecutive terms. Benjamin Harrison signed the Sherman Antitrust Act, which established the standard for U.S. antitrust law. William McKinley, assassinated by an anarchist, Leon Czolgosz, during a public event in Buffalo. Theodore Roosevelt, known for his progressive reforms and active foreign policy. William Howard Taft became the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court after his presidency. Woodrow Wilson implemented reforms in taxation and banking and led the country through World War I. Warren G. Harding faced corruption scandals, although his death occurred before the investigations were concluded. Calvin Coolidge, known for his support of fiscal consolidation and tax reduction policies. Herbert Hoover, president during the onset of the Great Depression. Franklin D. Roosevelt, president during the Great Depression and World War II, founder of the New Deal and author of the Four Freedoms speech. Harry S. Truman signed the National Security Act, which led to the creation of the CIA and the Department of Defense. Dwight D. Eisenhower, a general during World War II and presided over a period of post-war prosperity. John F. Kennedy, assassinated in Dallas, Texas, and his presidency marked the era of the new frontier. Lyndon B. Johnson implemented numerous social programs, including the Medicare and Civil Rights Acts. Richard Nixon, the only president to resign from office amid the Watergate scandal and subsequent impeachment proceedings. Gerald Ford became president without being elected to either the presidency or the vice presidency. Jimmy Carter signed the Panama Canal Treaty and focused on energy policy reforms. Ronald Reagan, known for his anti-communist policies, economic reforms, and negotiations with the Soviet Union. George H.W. Bush led the country through the end of the Cold War and the Persian Gulf War. Bill Clinton served 2 terms with a successful economy but faced impeachment proceedings over the Monica Lewinsky scandal. George W. Bush initiated the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq following the September 11th attacks. Barack Obama became the first African-American president of the United States and implemented the Affordable Care Act, Obamacare. Donald Trump enacted several tax reforms and pursued the America First policy. Joseph R. Biden became the oldest elected president in U.S. history.